Hi, everybody. This is Marilyn. Do we have any audio? Yes, we do. Great. Thank you. Hello, everybody. This is Marilyn, and it is time for the Welcome to My World Noon edition. This is the 7th of March, which is a Monday. Monday. So, I hope everybody's had a wonderful time this morning. This has been a little frustrating. I think there, you know, it's just one of those days. But the good news is, my goodness, these indices have just, uh, boy, they have really taken off. And um, normally they all go pretty much together. And normally NQ is right in there. But today NQ has been a little bit of a laggard with their friends, the ES, the YM, and the TF. TF has led the charge here, which in a bull market it typically will do, because you have to keep in mind what the underlying is for that future. That's the Russell small cap. So those are all small cap stocks that reflects. Um, Crude oil has been up, and the big news is Brent has breached 40 and a half. So I just checked to see what the spread is on the contango, and it's considerable. So I'm not so sure if you've been seeing stuff on the internet and the wonderful talking heads that always know everything. A lot of them are talking about how crude oil is in a short squeeze right now. I'm not real sure I would agree with that, but you know what? Time will tell. And we're the fortunate ones because we have the apex indicators to trade, and they don't. So there. Anyway, the dollar has dropped off today quite a bit, and the euro, which it trades opposite with the euro, is climbing. But the Canadian dollar and Brent and crude oil and the U.S. indices are all perking right along. So we've got the VIX has come up a little bit. It was around, I believe Friday it was around 16. It's trading right now 1720. So if this, we'll see how the week goes with this. We didn't have a lot of news to rattle the cages this morning, and that's typical of Monday. So we'll kind of watch all that. I hope you're paying attention. I think there's been a lot of people in the room who are watching whatever chart they're using, but the alchemy. And I just wanted to point out to you on the crude oil chart that's on my camera, these, I don't know what you call these, but they look like check marks. It's this pointed check mark right here, which occurred about, let's see, that's 1035. And then there's the upside down red check mark, only I made mine hot pink, I think, so I could tell the difference between that and that's a volatile trend line and the trend flip. But this at 1039 came up here and it made this red check mark down. Some of these are not quite as prominent, but those I have noticed, and it seems to be on other markets too. Those check marks are kind of, I kind of like those because they are really indicative that that trend is going to continue. So I haven't quite pegged exactly how to use those for any kind of an entry yet, because I much prefer to use the old-fashioned apex for crude oil, and I like the C's on other markets that that Lori came up with. So anyway, we have that. This afternoon, I don't think there's anything happening. 3 o'clock is the consumer credit. That's not usually a big thing that moves. But at 1 o'clock, we have two of these members of the Brain Trust that are supposed to be speaking. So I'm not sure what, if anything, that's going to do. But at 1 o'clock, I'd pay attention if you're trading these indices. Then tomorrow, U.S. news in the morning is there's not anything of significance. A little bit at 6 a.m. is the NFIB Small Business Index. And other than that, the CAD has news. Canadian housing starts and building permits, 8:15 and 8:30. But tomorrow morning at 4:15 a.m. our time, the Bank of England honcho, Mr. Carey is Mr. Carney is his name, is going to speak. And there has been a lot of talk of the Europeans putting up to a referendum to back out of the Eurozone. And that is going to affect a lot of things in Europe. The economy in Europe is not doing too well, plus they're being flooded by refugees. So if you trade at that time of day, whatever he has to say that affects the British pound tomorrow morning might it might be a good time to double check the FDAX first thing in the morning before you start, to get an idea of our indices markets tend to follow the European markets, and it'll be pretty interesting to see what he has to say tomorrow. So other than that, Monday and Tuesday is not too much in the U.S. in the way of news, but then after that, it's going to get a little more so. And Wednesday we do have the 10-year bond auction. Plus Wednesday we'll have our standard crude oil inventory. So anyway, this week is a good week to kind of get tuned into a few things that you're fine-tuning your charts and stuff, because next week is going to be a really, really busy trading week. And I hear the beeping that I may be losing the power soon. We'll see what happens with that. So anyway, this is probably a good time to sign off. This has been my view from my world in Apex land, brought to you by Apex Investing. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.